I've long been a huge fan of the action genre, and this is kind of my humble offering, to a genre I love so much. I wanted to infuse it with some culture and social resonance. Along with, some cool kicks, punches, and the odd elbow here or there. It's a revenge film about faith. The beauty of religion, particularly in an uneducated kind of populace where, the iconographies, the stories can be incredible teachers and inspirations and touch points for children, but at the same time how it can be monetized and weaponized. I remember the first film that really captivated me. I snuck downstairs and watched Bruce Lee and Enter the Dragon through the banister way past my bedtime. And I was utterly enthralled by this man with a similar pigment to me, dark hair, and he captivated me. I plastered his pictures all through my bedroom, and then that became my obsession with the action genre, from Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Donnie Yen, Sammo Hung, then the Indonesian guys that did the raids, and then I got introduced to the Korean cinema, who they do revenge better than anyone, to take those kind of influences plus the kind of Bollywood cinema that my parents were also watching, and kind of like mash these things together to kind of make this kind of bombastic, strange cultural cocktail, which is me. I wanted to create an action hero that wasn't like bursting out of his suit. He had to be a believable waiter in this place. So the idea was like to try and get as close to Bruce Lee shredded as possible. So it was lettuce, sweet potato, and salmon 3 times a day, every day, for months, while the crew was having the most delicious Indonesian food. And I would wake up in the morning and be doing all of that action choreography, hitting the rubber bands, doing my best Jane Fonda. The training montage was it was my tip to, those legendary training montages, obviously from Rocky, and I wanted to do a sort of musical piece because music is so big in the Indian culture. And I was like, I obviously didn't want to do the dancing around a tree Bollywood thing or what we've done in Slumdog. And a very dear friend of mine who also worked on this film as a producer, Raghuveer Joshi, he's a huge Indian classical music fan. And I'm into hip hop and all that kind of stuff. And once I started understanding the intricacies and the kind of commitment of this art form, which is, I wouldn't say it's a dying art form, but let's just say, it's not getting the kind of real credit it deserves in a new burgeoning TikTok kind of world, And I was like, wouldn't it be amazing? In India, they call it a jugalbandi, which is like a call and answer. In jazz, it's like, riffing with each other. And I was like, wouldn't it be amazing to do a kind of like hour training sequence to be with this maestro, this guy they call Ustad, which means maestro, Zakir Hussain. He toured with Ravi Shankar, the Beatles. He came down quarantined for 2 weeks and played the tabla ferociously for 3 days. And I'm playing the bags, he's tearing up the drums, and we kind of have this wordless training sequence where he speaks with me through his instrument, like R2-D2 in a way.